Hey everyone, Philip Macko here with an actual phishing attempt to show you. This is a PayPal phishing scam attempt, and it happened just a few minutes ago. I did all my due diligence, which I'll talk you through, and I want to show you the message I got. I want to show you some things I did to verify whether or not it was true, and talk about next steps. So let's take a look. All right, so here's the message I received, and I apologize it's on the left-hand side of the screen. For my own privacy, I'm withholding my email address that this was sent to. My first indication was the email went to, I have an iCloud email address, and I have one for my own domain from my corporation, and my corporation's email address is the one associated with PayPal, but I received this on the iCloud. So that was a little hokey and suspicious. Then, the next thing I checked, and you always should, if you click forward, you're going to see the actual email address that the message came from. And strangely enough, it did come from a paypal.com account. One of the ways you can quickly recognize scammers is they may have for instance, and this happened to me, a QuickBooks.com email address, but the capital B is instead the numeral 8. So it looks like a capital B, and you think it's a legitimate address, but it's actually a phishing site that they've created that looks like QuickBooks, but actually isn't, right? In this case, it was a PayPal.com account. So yeah, what I think happened is if you look at the body here, if you look at this pay now, I think that's what leads you to the scammer site. I'm not sure how they got that PayPal.com email address. PayPal, I've contacted them. We'll talk about that in a minute. They're checking into it. One of the other things I did is I copied this number and put it into a Google search. Unsurprisingly, it's not a number to PayPal. In fact, I'm not even sure who it is to. There's a couple references to Experian, a couple other references, who knows, right? But I think the idea was to get me to click on this pay now. I have no idea who Patrick Lloyd Butler is, and it's a weird amount. Usually phishing attacks are going to start with a smaller amount, then work their way up, so as not to red flag you. But at any rate, it goes without saying I didn't click on the message. Yeah, instead what I did, and what you should do is first of all, log into your actual account. If something's going on, they have message centers. They're going to notify you there. In the case of PayPal, if you're a PayPal user, you know this. If you're by chance you're not, then you may not. PayPal will show you send and requests that come into your account, right? If somebody's requesting money from you, first of all, it shouldn't come as a surprise. Second of all, it's going to show up in that PayPal site once you've logged in. And I looked and there was nothing. So then I double checked the phone number. The phone number for client service was in fact different. And I called PayPal. It took me a couple minutes, but I'm really glad I did. I was on hold. I got the typical crappy on hold music, press 1 for this, 2 for that. But when I said I was calling for purposes of fraud identification, I ran right to a security expert. Told them what happened. They sent me out 2 emails. One of them, which I'll take a look at, and if it's helpful, I'll post some information on it later, was what to look for in phishing attacks in their experience. The second was an email address for me to forward that phishing email to them so that they can take steps. They have security teams working on stuff like this so that they can take steps to prevent that kind of fraud. So again, just happened to me today. If you're not thinking and you just reflexively click, that's when you run into trouble. That's what they're counting on. So just to repeat, click forward, take a look at the email address, make sure it's official. Do not click any links from that unsolicited email, especially if it comes to the wrong email address, one that's not associated with the account you have. But even if it comes to the right address, don't click the link log into your actual site. Take a look at what's going on there. If there's something there, it still could be, somebody trying to scam you out of money, but they might have gotten a hold of your PayPal account information, your email address, and you can easily send a request. All you have to do is deny it if that ever occurs, right, in PayPal. And definitely, if what you find is not legitimate, contact the company and let them know. They're doing their best to help all of us avoid these types of tricks and scams, and it's just important to report it anytime it occurs. So that's the PayPal scam for today. Who knows what tomorrow will bring. Have an excellent day.